we are going to look for, is the author's name somewhere there? Whether it's in the sentence where it says like according to, or they stated, or is it in parentheses? Okay, so that's the first thing we're gonna look for, author's name. The second thing we will look for is if somebody is speaking, if the author is speaking and it is a quote, did they use quotation marks? We have to have quotation marks when we borrow somebody's, their words, their work. And the third thing we will look at is there a page number? And do we need a page number? So this will make sense as we go. So I put those three things in the chat. So looking at, and some of these are correct, by the way. Some of them are correct as written. So looking at number 1, we have Alton stated that the effect of food deserts reaches farther than the immediate nutritional deficiencies found in the people who live in them. So looking at number 1, think about these 3 questions. Do we have an author's name? Do we need quotation marks? And do we have a page number if we need it? So for number 1 in the chat, tell me, is there a problem with any of those 3 things? Or is it correct as written? Okay, I'm already seeing some interesting things. So this one is tricky. I will read it again. Alton stated that the effect of food deserts reaches farther than the immediate nutritional deficiencies found in the people who live in them. So there is actually not a quote here. And the reason is because we have the word that. If we have stated that or said that, then we are paraphrasing. I see some faces. And it's just because of the word that. If we didn't have the word that, it would be a quote and we would need quotation marks. So this is actually correct as written. We have an author's name, we don't need quotation marks, and we have a page number. All right, sorry to give you a tricky one on the first one. Okay, number 2. It says, no other performer has had such an impact. We have quotation marks, Jones, 324. Are we missing anything of those 3 things? So author's name, quotation marks, page number, or does it look correct as written? Awesome, good, I see correct, looks right to me. Yeah, this is what it should look like. The part in the quotation marks is the part Jones specifically said. We're not paraphrasing, we're saying he said these words. If you want to go look it up, go to his book, page 324, and you will see has had such an impact. Very good. Okay, number 3. As described by Fiona Herman, in those days, Congress was a scary place to work. Then we have parentheses, Fiona Herman, 32. So are there any problems with author's last name, quotation marks, or page number? Or is it correct as written? Please write in the chat. Oh no! Okay, so this is not correct as written. We do need quotation marks. So what looks weird here? I see Jan saying, why? I'm hoping somebody sees it. Does anybody see it? No, the quotation marks are fine. No, no commas in the in-text citation. In the example for number 2, the author's name is listed as Jones. This is author's last name. So we only use the last name for this. So it should just say Herman 32 in parentheses. No Fiona. Does that make sense? Okay, so only author's last name and page number. All right, number 4. According to Ryan Martin, at that time in history, all roads did, in fact, in face, I think it's supposed to say in fact, lead to Rome. 4. All right, this is where it gets a little trickier. If we are saying according to, we can use the author's first name. So the author's name is fine, I will tell you that. Do we need quotation marks? Okay, it really depends on this one. We would have to go to Ryan Martin's book to page 4 and see, did he say these exact words? Or is this a paraphrase? We would have to figure that out by going to look at the source. So we may or may not need the quotation marks. And then the page number is just fine. All right, number 5. Masterson states that in those days, few women had money of their own. Masterson, comma, women in power. All right. Okay, good, Chi Chow. If there's a page number, we need to have it. Good, Jan, very good. Yeah, they tried to trick us again. They gave us the title of the article and we don't need it because we have the author's last name. There's something else. Do we know who stated this?